So we have the prestigious role model Eurozone member country. Headline: Germany's prestigious AAA credit score being cut, outlook negative. Really? Are you sure that's Germany? Because I could have sworn that everything I heard and read online on the mainstream side of things, whether it's a mainstream economist, Princeton, Harvard, and Yale graduate, economist, or some alleged expert I heard about on the news, saying, basically that, Greece needs to just go ahead and listen to what Germany has to say, because Germany is kind of making the rules and it has the right to do so because Germany's got its prestigious credit score. It doesn't have any of these problems that these other countries have, and if it's going to be helping bail out some of these countries in need of bailing out, which actually none of them need to be bailed out, they just need to default on the debt, but that's another story. They need bailing out, then Germany should have the right to right? I mean, as Pastor Dow always talks about, the borrower is servant to the lender. Greece is the borrower, so they are servant to the lender, which would be Germany. That's normally how that works anyways, so why would this be any different? And of course, Mrs. Merkel of Germany, Chancellor, I'm not going to do this, and I'm not going to, okay, maybe I will do this. You know what, I know I said that, but maybe I'll just change my tune. But they're still having their rules, their influence on the matter of lending money to Greece. Now, everybody knows they have to. I mean, they have to know that it's not going to be paid back. It can't be paid back. They're just giving you some kind of show, to make you think they're really doing something. We're working on it. I got my best guy on it. You ever have that feeling when you go get your car repaired and they're promising you, you scheduled it, you made an appointment because you got to drop it off at 8 o'clock in the morning, pretty much sharp, and get it back by noon, by lunchtime, and it has got to be done by lunchtime. Well, that's all right. We only need 2 hours anyway, so 8, let's call it 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, no problem. All right, scheduled in, only to find out still isn't done. It's like, 11:30. Is the car done? Oh, yeah, I got my best guy on it right now. He's working on it right now. I used to work for an auto repair shop, by the way, back right out of high school and during part of high school, as part of like a little work release thing, little program they had. And I actually learned an awful lot about repairing cars, but I do recall picking up the phone or hearing somebody else there pick up the phone. Someone dropped their car, the same situation I just gave you. Yeah, we're working, tell them we're working on it right now. Tell them we're working on it. Oh yeah, he's working on it right now. He's got, So what would we do? Well, some of these people live fairly close by, and they may drive by to see if their car has moved, because we figured out early in the game that people like to drive by to see if you're actually working on the car or not. So what do? We go out there and pop the hood, maybe move it as if it's getting ready to be worked on, but really it's not ready to be worked on because we're still working on other cars that took longer, etc. And we don't want to really lie to the customer, but it just happened to be that way, so tell them we're working on it. Got my best guy on it. So anyways, little side story for you. You can see how that ties into my main story, but if Greece, which we all know is done, I mean, it's been done. It's already dead. It's like a piece of roadkill. It's been there for days. The birds and everything else already come down and pecked at it and destroyed it. There's like barely even a corpse left. Anyone can drive by at a distance and tell whatever animal, the carcass that is over there, it is dead. Deader than dirt. Right? So Greece is deader than dirt. It has been deader than dirt for so long, and yet, well, we're still working on Greece. We're still working. Greece still needs some help, and we just got to change some of these terms, and It's like the Titanic with the massive hole in it, and they're in the back side of the Titanic looking at the rudder and the propeller and, you know, some of the deck chairs on the rear end of the ship. Like, what? What the guy? It's up the front. All eyes, all hands on deck should be up front, focusing on that. Now we're gonna look back here. Why are you looking and screwing around with stuff back there? We're fixing the front. We're fixing the iceberg in the front, the hole that the iceberg caused in the front. So how come not a single person's up front? Well, we're working on it back here. And what are you doing? Well, I'm actually just running around in a circle holding hands. This little game called Ring Around the Rosie. But don't tell anybody. That's our best guys out back there working hard. That's essentially what's happening. Why are you messing with Greece the way they're messing with it? Let it default. Sorry about your luck, bankers, IMF, World Bank, every other bank that's involved. Bondholders, which are mostly banks, of course. Sorry about your luck. It failed. Bankruptcy. See you later. Start over. Iceland. Bankruptcy. See you later. Start over. Prosperous. So now Germany, the biggest, baddest, most prestigious country. We're making the rules. We want everyone to listen to us because we're the ones that should say so. We've got the best credit rating. We don't have any of these problems and won't have any of these problems that these other countries are facing. We've got a surplus of cash, obviously, because we're bailing people out. So if that's the case, how in the hell do you get your credit rating cut to outlook negative also? This is absurd. You got, right, this is the old kettle calling the pot black case. And Germany was the pot, or excuse me, Greece was the pot, Germany's the kettle. And the kettle saying, I'm the kettle around here. The rest of you are black. A bunch of y'all are black. I set the rules, because I'm not black. Oh, actually I am. Matter of fact, I'm just as black as the rest of you. Oh, never mind. Go ahead and correct my rating. And put my outlook to negative because the emperor has no clothes, so to speak, and I've just been called out. And the emperor that has no clothes is Germany. And if there's any other country that you think, and they've all said it, oh, we don't need any help, we're fine, books are fine. Greece said it in the beginning. Portugal said it in the beginning. And while Portugal was saying it, Spain was saying it. We're fine. I've got my video up somewhere on YouTube saying it, repeating what I just read and heard this bozo say, and even had the audacity as some kind of moron who does videos in his car and in his laundry room as if I have some kind of prestigious education, as if I'm even qualified to comment on these things, against the Prime Minister of Spain and Italy and Germany. These guys went to college and had schooling that you can only dream of. Who the hell does J Snip 4 think he is, commenting as if I'm right and they're wrong? Oh, wait a minute. I have been right. And wait a minute, they have been wrong. So I guess I am qualified, ain't I? Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure a brain-dead monkey is qualified when he can see what the hell's going on in the Eurozone, and in the world for that matter. So now we've heard Greece, or Germany, has been cut. And if the king of the crop has been cut, credit rating, outlook negative, there's no one left. Who can we put the spotlight on and say, oh, well, oh, there's old, I don't know, Switzerland. Oh, you know, the Swiss bank account place. Yeah, that man, they've got some money over there. How about a loan, old Swiss? Well, we've gotten one from this country, that country, this country, and even the former prestigious country of Germany, whose now rating has been cut, outlook negative. Hey, Switzerland, can we borrow some money? We'll let you pretend to dictate the rules too, since you're given the money. And by the way, all that money that Germany's portion, you know, is given out to the Eurozone in whole, not just, again, not just Germany. I mean, not just Greece. Spain's in the picture, Ireland's in the picture, Portugal's in the picture, Italy and France. Get ready for, you know, you're gonna hear those names a lot too. Bottom line here is nothing has changed since 2 years ago, a year ago, doesn't matter. What has changed is the elite's timeline, apparently, to allow this collapse to start picking up. Because now you're hearing the story, the mainstream stories. Bankers potentially going to get arrested, Reuters headline, mass arrests. Really? And then I read the mass arrest. Hold on, is Drake and Wilcock and Fulford working for Reuters now? Mass arrest headline? This can't be it. I'm going to have to eat my words. Wait a minute. Oh, no, never mind. Let me read it. The bankers hope that the regulators and prosecutors will see that it was just a handful of traders that caused the LIBOR scandal and other interest rate problems, etc. So the mass arrest will be of the bank. No. Executive? No. High level? Nope. Office personnel? Nope. Traders on the floor. Mass arrest. Headline. We are fixing the whole world's financial system. Mass arrest to ensue. Justice Department's on standby to go after a group of traders. Do those traders sit on the board of directors or any kind of board? No. Are those traders high-level management? Any management? No. How about CEO, you know, upper echelon, CEO, VP, VP of trading, VP of VPs, anything? No, nope. Just traders. So, in other words, the headline should have been, or is in disguise, Reuters. Headline, mass arrests of financial minions. Fall guys. Traders. And since all of them want to rat out on each other, we reserve the right to give anybody who rats out anybody immunity. We're going to give them all immunity. Or maybe just a little fine or something like that. Trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars have been affected by that interest rate, the LIBOR rates. And these guys are going to go after traders. You know, stock traders, market traders. But wait a minute, who sat on the, I don't know if you want to call it the board or whatever, the group that sets the LIBOR rates? Who were those people? Because those, I don't believe, were traders. I believe the people that sat in that little boardroom of all the different 8 or 9 banks that were setting and rigging the LIBOR had to be a little higher up on the echelon than a trader. At the same time, even if they go after those people, each, you know, there was 1 or 2 representatives from each bank of 9 banks inside this group that set LIBOR. Again, was the CEO sitting in that boardroom? Nope. You know, was Jamie Dimon one of the club? Was he in there? Nope. Former Hank Paulson, Treasury Secretary, who also is one of the Goldman Club? Nope. Oh, I know. I bet John Corzine's in there. He doesn't even work for MF Global anymore. He worked for he doesn't work for Goldman Sachs anymore. He works for MF Global, who stole money, billions of dollars, a few billion, and lost it all. Stole it. Of course, paid off JP Morgan in the process. Hasn't even been arrested yet for that crime. Now we have LIBOR. Maybe that'll be enough to go get John Corzine. Maybe he's tied into there somehow. No, hands off. No. Patsies and fall guys. They are using the nonsense mass arrest crap on the internet to shut all of the conspiracy theorists or whatever you want to call yourself, and that's okay. I'm not fooling you for saying you're a conspiracy theorist, because most of the time they're right. Conspiracy theorists are. But they're going to make the online truther conspiracy group, if you will. Hey, we got the mass arrest! Yay! It actually was true! Only to find out it's not true. You got fall guys taking the bait, taking the fall. Do you think anything will change by getting rid of a few traders that you told, listen, you're going to have to take the fall. You knew this day would come, and we had this discussion before. There'll be fines. Even if you do a little jail time, you know you're getting a massive bon voyage benefit package in which you'll never have to work again the rest of your life. You're the fall guy. We've already discussed this. You know how it's going to go. You know what you're going to say. It's time. All right. None of the upper management's changing. The CEO's not changing. The vice president's not changing. The business itself isn't being shut down. No one's going to go to jail except maybe some day traders. No-name people you never even heard of. That sounds like a winner. I bet our financial system will turn around immediately and become prosperous because some of these trader patsies got arrested. Isn't it amazing that I said there'd be patsies, and all these people gave me crap? Of course, none of my subscribers, for the most part, when I did these videos on Drake and Wilcock and Fulford being full of crap with this mass arrest. And I was specific then and said, you're not going to see any head roll. I said, maybe we'll get lucky and they'll go after John Corzine. At the very least, maybe, or the very best, maybe we'll get lucky. And maybe there'll be one big guy that gets arrested. And maybe it'll be him. It's been 8 months. He still isn't arrested. And as I said before, the same company, different company, did the same thing John Corzine did. PFG Best. They got the guy in 4 to 5 days. Charges, arrested, handcuffs, see ya. That is how it should work. That rapidly, that quickly. 8 months later now, working on 9 months here shortly. Nothing. Cricket. Hear that? Matter of fact, the crickets can hear the crickets. Incredible. Take care.